Hey friends, this is Shaz and welcome back to the Ministry of Reviews. In this video today, I will review the newly launched CarPlay media adapter from one of my favorite brand called MMB. This is the MMB Max 3.0 model. It's actually an upgraded version to the previous MMB Max device that came with 4 gigs of RAM. But this new Max 3 model comes with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, and it comes with a very attractive and customizable user interface. So let's first do the unboxing of this adapter, and then I will connect it in my car and test the performance of this new MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. So guys, please watch this video till the end. Alright friends, so this is all we get in this MMB Max 3.0 box. Basically you get the user manual. This helps you to connect the device with your car and with your mobile. Then you get 2 cables. This is a type A to type C, and you get a type C to type C. You just need to use one to connect this device with your car depending on the USB port in your car. So my car has a type C connection, then I will take this type C to type C to connect the device with the USB port in my car. But you just need one of these cables. You also get HDMI cable, which is quite nice. So it will help you to connect the device with your back seats in the car or with the TV at home. And then finally you have this new MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. Now let's have a closer look. Now in terms of the body, it's exactly the same as the original MMB Max or the Max 2.0. The hardware has been upgraded. Now this is 8 GB RAM and 128 gigs of storage, but as I said, the body is exactly the same. A squarish design, standard squarish design, with very lightweight because it's all plastic body. You've got the name of the brand, the LED indicator. In terms of the connection, on this side you've got the connection for Type-C connection to connect the cables with the USB port in your car. Then you have the mini HDMI connection. This is where you connect the HDMI cable either with the screens at the back seat in your car or with your TV at home, and that's it. On the other end you've got this cap, as you can see, and we have to remove this cap. And what we see under the cap are 2 slots. One is a TF card slot for the SD memory card, and the other one is the SIM card slot. And that's it. So these are the connections on the device itself. At the back, like most of the other devices, you've got enough spacing for ventilation so the device or the chip inside doesn't heat up. Now let me take this out to my car, connect it, and then start testing the performance of this new MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. So keep watching, guys. Alright friends, so I'm in my car. I've got the MMB Max 3.0 device with me here. Now I will connect this with the system of my car using the same cable that came inside the box. I've got the Type-C connection in my car. But what I'll do is at the same time I'll also test the startup speed. So the time it takes for the device to start and get to the main home page of Android system. Alright, so let me first connect this with my car. Alright, so let's start the timer. Alright, so around 28-30 seconds, 28-29 seconds. Alright, so this is the main home page or the landing page of this MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. It looks exactly the same as the MMB Max 2.0 version. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the only difference between this and the previous model is the higher RAM and storage space. So this one comes with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage space, and it's supposed to be much faster than the previous model. But in terms of the software and the layout and the design, is exactly the same. So let me give you a quick overview of the layout, and then we start testing the different applications on this device. So you've got the voice assistant on top left, then you've got shortcuts to the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. In the middle you've got the speedometer, and it actually works. Well, that is quite nice. And then on the right side you've got links to YouTube and Netflix. Now at the bottom you've got this icon. This is basically takes you to the app view, which is like this. So you swipe left, then you get to see all the different apps that are installed on this device, and these are all the pre-installed ones, but you can go to Play Store or the APK installer and you can install many others, because this one comes with 128 gigs of storage, which is a lot. So you can install, you know, lots of applications on this device. Then you've got 5 shortcut icons right at the bottom. You can select a certain app that you want to be added to this bar. This is a shortcut bar. Now the good thing about this device is that this is very customizable. So for example, if you long press on any of these icons, widgets, you can move them around. You can change. So for example, if you don't want YouTube here, you want Disney Plus, you can just long press and change the app that is linked to that. So it's very nice, very customizable, and the layout is so nice. As you can see, it's very nicely laid out, the icons, the size, the color combination. So aesthetically it looks very, very nice. And then at the bottom right, you've got the date and time and also the connectivity. So I've already connected this with my mobile's hotspot, but you can also connect this device to internet via the data SIM card. If you don't want to connect this with your mobile's hotspot, you can just insert a data SIM card and then you can still access internet. For me, it's much easier to connect to the mobile hotspot, and you can simply go to the settings, go to the Wi-Fi section here and select the signal or the device that you want to connect with. Alright friends, so now let's start testing some of the important applications on this new MMB Max 3.0 device, and what I'll be focusing more on is actually the speed of either opening different applications or running them, or multitasking, or the split screen option. My focus would always be the speed on this particular device, because I've already tested this model and the functionality of this in the previous version, which was the MMB Max 2.0. The only difference here is the speed. This is supposed to be much faster than the previous model. So I will continue to focus on the speed, how much time it's taking from moving one app to another. So let's start testing some of the important functionality, and I always test YouTube first, because you know that is the most frequently used application on whether in the car or at home. So let's click on this YouTube. Alright, so it's decent speed. It's not slow, because just keep in mind that this is 8 gigs of RAM, and that's the max that you can get in any CarPlay adapter in the market today. And this is quite decent for 8 gigs of RAM. And you can see the loading of the thumbnails is quite quick as well, doesn't take any time. So these are the small things that we have to notice or focus on, how much time it's taking to load videos or different images. Alright, so I test this video on these devices, and the reason is that you know, I want to see whether the audio and video is in sync. And you can see, let me increase the volume, and in fact I can use the steering wheel control to control the volume. So let me increase that.
As many of you would know, Superbox is a very well-known name in the entertainment gadget industry, and they're celebrating their 4th anniversary this week. So the Superbox people wanted me to give away not one, not two.
Alright, so as you can see, the audio is playing quite nicely. It's very, very clear, and audio and video is completely in sync. Alright, now let's test Netflix. Alright, so it's quite quick to start the app. Very, very impressive. So Netflix is much faster than the YouTube app. Alright, so Netflix seems to be working quite nicely. Again, the quality is quite good. As you can see, absolutely no disturbance or lag or buffering of any sort. I've connected this with my mobile's hotspot, so that's quite nice. Alright, so Netflix seems to be working quite nicely. Now there's one way to test the speed of any of such CarPlay device, which is actually skipping scenes on any of these video streaming apps. So for example, this is Netflix. Let's try to see how much time it takes when you skip scenes. So alright, so very, very nice. It's instant. So you 10-second skip, it moves instantly. It doesn't take any time. So very, very impressed with Netflix on this device. Alright, so this device comes with built-in GPS system, so you don't have to connect any external GPS antenna or adapter. It comes built in, and you can just connect the device and go to any of the navigation apps to search for a location. Now I like the Waze app, so let's go to the Waze app and see how long does it take. You can, so the navigation voice is also working. Okay, so quite responsive, I must say. As you can see, it's also depends on the screen of the car, but quite nice. So there is another very nice feature on this device, just like many other devices as well. So nothing unique in this device, but this feature I love, which is the split screen feature. Basically, it gives you two apps running side by side in the same view. So for example, we are on navigation now. Let's go to this split screen, drop down, click on split screen, and then select, for example, YouTube. It works quite nicely. All right, so this is definitely one of my favorite feature in this device and many of the other CarPlay devices with this feature. Now the other nice feature that I like in these kind of CarPlay devices is the mobile screen mirroring function, which is quite a nice one, and it works on both iPhones as well as Android mobile. So you just click on the Supercast icon here. It gives you all the instructions on how to connect it. Basically, you just need to go to your iPhone, drop down, click on mobile screen mirroring. You'll find this device appearing, M30 Pro, M30 Pro. Click on this, and then it'll take less than a second or maybe a second at max to mirror the screen of your mobile on this device here. And then you can go to any of the apps and then just get the same app on your screen here. And as you can see, it's quite decent. There is probably no lag. There you go. A tiny bit of lag maybe, but it's quite nice. So this is a very nice feature on this device, I must say. Alright, so now let's test the all important wireless Apple CarPlay. So we click on this CarPlay button, we get the instructions here. So basically just open the settings on your iPhone, go to the Bluetooth section and look for this new device, and the name is appearing here. Click on this, pair the device, allow it to sync contacts and favorites, and then the connection is started, and finally click on use CarPlay. So that's it. It's a very quick one-time setup. You just need to connect the device with your mobile once, and then every time you switch on the car, it takes you directly to the homepage of Apple CarPlay like this. Now this is the standard homepage of Apple CarPlay. Looks quite nice on this device, but this is the standard Apple CarPlay, nothing to do with the device itself. You connect Apple CarPlay on any of the device, it will look like this. Now I will not explain the different functions and features of Apple CarPlay in this video. If you want to know more about it, you can go and watch my other videos, but the whole idea on this video is to check if Apple CarPlay on this device is working nicely. As you can see, it works quite nicely. Everything is appearing. The connection is quite quick as well. And you can also use navigation here. You can use calls if you want to make calls. You can listen to your music on Apple CarPlay, and you can do all this through Siri. You don't have to actually click on this. And you can use the steering wheel control for controlling the music. So quite nice, quickly connects with Apple CarPlay. Now, alright, so now let's test the wireless Android Auto. So we click on Android Auto icon. Again, we get all the instructions on how to connect that. Basically on your Android mobile, I've got my Samsung here. Go to the Bluetooth setting and look for the same device. There, click on this device. It will start pairing. Click on pair. And that's it. So the Android Auto connection is much faster than Apple CarPlay. You just get one message, and then it probably takes 5-6 seconds to get to the main homepage of Android Auto like this. Alright, so this is the main landing page of Android Auto. So you click on this, you get a full view of the map, and then obviously you can use the Google Voice Assistant, you can make calls, listen to music, and all the standard features of Android Auto on this device as well. So CarPlay and Android Auto working quite nicely on this MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. Alright, so now let's test one of my favorite apps, which is the Live TV app on this device. So let's click on this IPTV Smarter app. It takes you to the app. Now I've set some favorites already just for the test today. Let's go and check those out. Alright, so the Live TV app seems to be working quite nicely, and we've tested quite a few of the channels. The app opens quite quickly, and moving from one channel to another is also quite fast. So quite Alright friends, so as you can see, I've connected this device with the TV at home using the same HDMI cable that came in the box. And as you can see, it looks amazing. It's a different user interface when you connect it with TV than the one that we saw in the car. Looks very nice. It's like an Android TV box that you can use to play things like YouTube, Netflix, Live TV, Disney Plus, and other applications. So this device is kind of a two-in-one device, a CarPlay media adapter as well as an Android TV box that you can connect at home with your TV. Alright friends, so this was a very quick review of this new upgraded MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. Now there are so many other nice applications on this device, things like Disney Plus, Hulu, Prime Video, Spotify, YouTube Music, so many other apps, but I can't test all of them in this video today. I've tested some of the more frequently used applications, and I must say everything worked perfectly well. It was quite fast moving from one app to another, and when you're on an app, things like Netflix, YouTube, or the Live TV, once it's open, it works perfectly well. Absolutely no lag, buffering, or dropped frames of any sort. So, highly impressed with the speed. Definitely a faster upgraded 8 gigs of RAM device compared to the 4 gigs that I tested earlier. So guys, highly recommended. If you're looking for a decent, fast and stable CarPlay media adapter from a well-known brand like MMB, then I highly recommend going for this device. And if you want to buy this, simply go to the link in the description of this video that takes you directly to the official MMB store, where you can buy the original MMB Max 3.0 CarPlay media adapter. So that's it friends. Thanks for watching this video.